you will find that the projection was that over time, prices are going to come down. So what happened? We have an exchange rate of 150 naira. We moved to 190. We moved to 305. So what do we do? So it means automatically, instead of these prices going down, they were going up. So it is not a reflection. I mean, it is a reflection of what obtains in the economy. We also made projection that capacity utilization will improve over the years. Unfortunately, due to a number of constraints, both on the side of DISCO and on the side of TCN, we haven't made much progress in terms of that. We have always been hovering between 3,000.
Increasement or development in the discourse and TCN.
Okay. What I'm saying, our projection, like last year.
The discourse like the capacity, they are not growing?
Capacity in terms of their ability to accept energy or power and deliver to customers. And for the same thing, for the DCN, the
energy.
The generation companies can tell you that at any given time, probably they can be able to declare 5,000, 6,000 megawatts. 5,000, 6,000 megawatts. And then, Honorable, if I can, before he does that, and then TCN is supposed to dispatch that based on nominations made by this discourse. So you find that we have some sort of mismatch. Where the discourse need this power, TCN may not have the capacity to deliver. Where TCN can deliver this power, discourse may not need that. So, and these are something that right now the government is trying to work on. I think there is a committee that is working on that within the commission and even in the ministry.
I was part of the Presidential Task Force on Power. The first meeting, I was opportune to be part of it in 2010. It took us not less than 9 months to develop the roadmap for the power sector reform. So Power Sector Reform Act gave birth to MBED, NAC, REA, NEMSA, NEMCO, all the agencies under Ministry of Power, including TCN. My chair, what we know is MBED is under power sector. However, from presidential directive, we also read in papers, yes, and we received a directive, presidential directive, that MBED is moved, the supervisory is moved to finance, because even before now, the Minister of Finance was the chairman board of MBED.
MBED still remain, as far as this parliament is concerned, in Ministry of Power. Unless, of course, we change the law.
I think one of the things that bothers every Nigerian is about this power tariff. Is the nightmare of every household, I believe. And making this, the management of NEC mentioned that they reviewed this tariff twice every year. By making all these efforts, have you ever made consultations with stakeholders, and how wide? Because I think the idea is that we even need to, as Nigerians, be educated about all this tariff, upward, downward, and then what we are paying, how we are going to do it. Because sometimes people now even want to have the meters, but they cannot have it. And people are being, they pay tariffs indiscriminately, like just arbitrarily, or I don't know what word I can use for that. Because the management would just say, you will pay 40,000 this month, another month it will be 60,000, another month it will be 8, without any basis. So I think these are things that we need to know. And the consultation is very, very important. Or is it just that the management would just sit down on its own and say, okay, this is, we are reviewing it?
We are not against cost-reflective tariff. We are only calling on the government to do the necessary things before this kind of things is being bring out. And we have mentioned them. If you can see, there are so many unresolved questions. I pity the discourse, the investors. There are locations that they can never even go to collect the tariffs. They have a lot of debt. But we have to do it logically to ensure that at least now we receive, I'm sure all of us know the feedback from Nigerians. So on behalf of this committee, I will liaise with the Senate committee. I want to ask you to put this on hold until proper consultation is achieved. You see, we want to have a smooth selling. We have seen what happened in the communication sector. Everybody is paying, nobody is complaining. We see what is happening in the petroleum sector. Some are selling 145 per liter. Some people are selling as low as 143, 142 naira per liter. But we are not going to allow you to charge different tariffs per different region. It has to be uniform. Because the poor Nigerian in my village, Burnunkudu, is the same poor man that is paying power in Inewi or in Ado Ekiti. People will not understand. You have to do a lot of media work to ensure people understand what you mean. We are here to support you, but you don't take us as part of the stakeholders you want to discuss with. I'm sure my co-chair in Senate has no any document concerning these issues we are talking about. We are not stopping your work, just putting it on halt. The Speaker has promised to make a wider consultation with stakeholders next week to ensure we're on the same page and we're doing correct thing. The new disco owners are investors. They put money, so they want to make profit. Because of the pressure of insecurity, one of the disco that was force majeure, they withdrew. We know what's happening in Kaduna with Kaduna Disco, Kano Disco, Port Harcourt, Enugu, that they cannot even collect money from some locations. So we have to bring ourselves together to ensure we are doing the right thing. But when we wake up in the morning, we hear tariff review, whether it was by cable network news or by, we'll believe it. Because there is no information from your side to us. I would like to kindly appeal to you, Honorable Minister, to talk to your agency, to please remind them we have a constitutional responsibility to oversight them. We are only doing our work. Let us be informed so that we will be able to defend it. This issue of embed is also a very, very sad issue. I'm sure the president will not do it like that. The president is a law-abiding citizen. The president cannot change the law. So we must remove politics from our work. So, Honorable Minister, the committee is directing you to send all the necessary correspondence concerning the MITO to the National Assembly, and we are directing you to halt all any further activities on it until when the Speaker has finished his consultations when the House resumes.